Namaste. I am Professor Dr. Pramod K. Raghav, Professor of Food Technology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. The session is homogenization of milk, and the course is Dairy Engineering, BTech FBT 6th semester. Today we're going to study homogenization. Homogenization is a very important step in the milk processing, and it is the step soon after receiving the milk in the plant. Homogenization is the process of breaking up the fat globules in the cream to such a small size that they remain suspended evenly in the milk rather than spreading out and floating to the surface. So just breaking up those molecules of the cream in small finer particles so that they may remain suspended evenly in the milk is known as process of homogenization. And homogenization is done in a particular equipment, and that equipment is known as homogenizer. And it is very important to tell a student that in our pilot plant, milk pasteurization pilot plant in the university, we have homogenizer there, the two-stage homogenizer. So when I will take the classes face to face, we will definitely get a chance to go there and to see how that homogenizer looks, how it works, where are those two valves, where I maintain the pressures, and the two-stage homogenizer, how does it work. Till then, let me explain that process of homogenization here. So I was just telling that homogenization is the breaking up of the larger fat globules into the smaller one so that they may remain suspended evenly in the milk. And actually, as the name suggests, another meaning of the homogenization it is like making the mixture same throughout. Evenness of the mixing in a liquid, that is known as also homogenization. And it is intensive mixing of mutually insoluble phase, to obtain a suspension or emulsion, that is also known as homogenization. And the term from where the homogenization term came, this process of homogenization was invented, and it was patented by Auguste Gaulin. Auguste Gaulin in 1899 is the man who invented and patented this term homogenization. And homogenization primarily cause disruption of the fat globules into the smaller one, large fat globules into the smaller one. That disruption, may takes place by intensive mixing or by passing through the liquid through a narrow orifice under a high pressure. Okay, and then disruption takes place. Eddy currents, eddies developed. So that leads to the homogenization, and that is the principle of this. I am coming to there again, and I will explain it in more detail. So that is now homogenization, and objective and the purpose of homogenization. Why we need to do homogenize? As I told, evenness of the mixture, reducing the large fat globules into the smaller fat globules. Okay, which may suspend uniformly in the milk and reduce the size of fat globules and achieve a uniform diameter of 0.5 to 1 micrometer or 2 micrometer. Okay, and sometimes it is also done to achieve a desirable rheological properties. That is, formation of homogenization clusters can generally affect the viscosity of a product such as cream. So it is important to do homogenize. And even when I make the ice cream, I pass the ice cream mix through homogenizer. So homogenization is nothing but evenness of the all the constituent ingredients into the same phase, and that is known homogenization. And for the ease of production of recombined milk, we go for the homogenization, and the mechanical energy is employed under different systems in which just do this homogenization. So theories of homogenization. Turbulence is one theory and cavitation is another theory. In turbulence, what happens in the turbulence? The energy dissipated in the liquid going through the homogenization wall and generating intense turbulent eddies of the same size as average global diameter. And the globules are thus torn apart by these eddies currents, reducing the average size. हम एक eddies ऐसी develop होती हैं जो कि fat globule के size की होती हैं और वो fat globules को tear apart कर देती है, एक desirable size में ले आती है जो हमें चाहिए, और उस तरह से हमारा जो homogenization का प्रोसेस टेक्स प्लेस करता है. इसी तरह कैविटेशन में एक अनदर थ्योरी है जो ये कहती है कि कंसिडरेबल प्रेशर ड्रॉप विद चेंज ऑफ वेलोसिटी ऑफ फ्लूइड. ओके, लिक्विड कैविटीज बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स वेपर प्रेशर्स इज अटेन्ड एंड कैविटेशन जनरेट्स फर्दर एडीज. ये कैविटेशन भी फिर से एडीज क्रिएट करता है एंड दैट वुड प्रोड्यूस डिसरप्शन ऑफ फैट ग्लोबुल्स. बड़े फैट ग्लोबुल्स को छोटे ग्लोबुल्स में तोड़ देता है. तो या तो ट्रबुलेंस होता है, एडीज डेवलप होती हैं, या कैविटेशन से एडीज डेवलप होती हैं. अल्टीमेटली एडीज डेवलप्स एंड डिसरप्ट द फैट ग्लोबुल्स इनटू द स्मॉलर साइजेस एंड दैट्स हाउ द होमोजेनाइजेशन टेक्स प्लेस. एंड इट इज डन इन द homogenizers, and mainly the two-stage homogenizers are preferred. Okay, so homogenization process, homogenization effect is achieved by pushing liquid, especially if I talk about the milk, under a very high pressure through a very narrow orifice. As I told, means I am passing my milk under a very high pressure through a very narrow opening, very narrow orifice, whose diameter is just slightly larger than the diameter of fat globules. And when the liquid passes through this narrow gap, the fluid velocity increases, and the speed will increase until the static pressure is so low that liquid starts to boil, and the maximum speed depends on the inlet pressure. And when the liquid leaves the gap, the speed decreases and the pressure increases again, and the liquid stops boiling and the steam bubbles implode, collapse. Okay, so what happens? The liquid is coming, passing through a narrow orifice under a very high pressure, and what is happening? Flow velocity increases, and because of that, it will increase. The pressure will increase so much that the liquid starts to boil, and then the maximum speed of this velocity depends on the inlet pressure. And when liquid leaves that gap, the speed decreases and the pressure increases again, and the liquid stops boiling and steam bubbles implode and collapse. So what happens just because of this? The fat globules, larger fat globules, they disrupt into the smaller one. They becomes smaller in size and suspends evenly, and we say that the homogenization has taken place. The homogenization process takes place. So homogenization can be done in in two ways. Single stage homogenizer, it can be done. In two-stage homogenizer, it can be done. Most commonly, two-stage homogenizers are preferred. Two-stage homogenizers are actually preferred. And in first, we are passing it through one narrow orifice, and then we are again passing it through the second narrow orifice. And that's how these two stages are categorized. Okay, and the first stage and two-stage homogenization, the total homogenization pressure is measured before the first stage, and the homogenization pressure for the second stage. Okay, and second stage is generally chosen to achieve optimum homogenization and the efficiency. And best result is obtained when the ratio of the second stage pressure to first stage pressure is 0.2. And in the first stage, the pressure is around 2000 to 2500 pound per square inch psi, and in second stage it is 500 to 1000 psi, and temperature is 120 degree Fahrenheit. So that's how this two-stage process homogenization is achieved. And we can also go for single stage homogenization, which however is used for the production of high viscosity product. Okay, so that's how this homogenization is done. And the process requirement, there are certain requirement of the process. The physical state and concentration of the fat phase at the time of homogenization contribute materially to the size and dispersion of ensuing fat globules. And second is that cream with higher fat content, more than 12%, cannot be homogenized. because of too much fat percentage. Okay, and temperature during homogenization, it ranges from 55 to 80 degrees Celsius, and homogenization pressure 10 से 25 megapascal MPa, depending upon the type of the product. Because we do homogenize ice cream mix, we do homogenize milk, we do homogenize all other type of products also as and when required. And what actually affects the factor, what are the factors which affect the homogenization? Have you ever thought? Naturally, temperature of milk. It is an important factor. So milk should have a temperature above 33 degrees Celsius at the time of homogenization. And second is pressure of homogenization, because अगर वो pressure नहीं होगा, narrow orifice से pass होगा, pressure नहीं होगा तो speed increase नहीं होगी, speed increase नहीं होगी तो उसके अंदर disruption takes place नहीं करेगा, homogenization नहीं होगा. So इसलिए pressure of homogenization is very important, and ये कहीं ना कहीं 10 से 25 megapascal, this is the range of the pressure of the homogenization. And then comes the various advantages of homogenization. Smaller fat globules leading to no cream formation, cream line formation. There's no cream line formation in the container, and whiter and more appetizing color. That means color really becomes white once the milk passes through the homogenizer, and reduced sensitivity to fat oxidation, and then better stability of cultured milk products. Curd is very soft actually out of the homogenized milk. So these are the advantages of the homogenization. And there are certain disadvantages also of the homogenization, that homogenized milk cannot be efficiently separated. If I now go for separation, then it is very hard to separate the milk. Milk will not be suitable for production of hard cheese, because the cheese so developed will be soft and more susceptible to sunshine flavor, this homogenized milk. Okay, so there are these 2-3 disadvantages of the homogenization. And where we apply the homogenization, in case of the fresh milk, yes, as soon as the fresh milk is coming to the plant, it is being always passed through the homogenization, and creaming of fat is avoided and taste improved. Improvement is achieved when the fresh milk is applied for the to the process of homogenization. And coffee cream, evaporated milk, and cheese milk, acidified dairy products. If I do the homogenization of acidified dairy products, they improve. There is improvement in the consistency, taste, and color. And milk mixed beverages, they look pretty good. Good distribution is achieved by using the process of homogenization. All flavored milk are homogenized. Ice cream mix is also homogenized, as I told in the beginning, and reduced buttering of fat during freezing. So buttering नहीं होगा fat का जब हम freeze करेंगे ice cream को. So इसलिए there are tons of application of homogenization. There is nothing to worry, guys. Students, let me tell you, when I come to the class face to face and you get a chance to meet me in the university, we will go to our pilot plant, milk pasteurization pilot plant, and you will see the homogenizer by your eyes. You may operate even the pressure, reduce and increase the pressure of those 2 valves. And we have a second stage homogenizer manufactured by Goma Industries. So pretty much we have in our milk plant, and you will get a chance to see it. So there is nothing to worry at all. And so that's how the homogenization is done. And that's the important unit operation. Again, it is nothing but the disruption of larger fat globules into the smaller one, so that they may suspend evenly in the milk. And the benefit is that there is no cream lining in the container after the homogenization of the milk. So the milk is looks more white, it looks more good, better in taste, and so forth, so on. So that was about the homogenization of the milk, and I don't think there is any big brainer in it. And it is performed by using a homogenizer, and mostly 2-stage homogenizers are used. And the principle are, I told, either by the eddies or by the turbulence or the cavitation. Turbulence and cavitation, in both theories, eddies are developed, and those eddies, they break apart the larger fat globules into the smaller fat globules and suspending them evenly in the milk, and the milk is homogenized. So that's how it is all done. And that was it about the homogenization. I might be pretty fast in speaking, so if you have any question, you can ask me always. When I meet you face to face, you can put a question on the YouTube. And that's all about homogenization. I'm not sharing any screen because you will be definitely watching, your notes are there. And you can see all the diagram and everything in that those notes. So that was it about homogenization. Thank you. Good day. Bye-bye.